I introduce some person of the public. And thank you, Enric, to be here with us. Well, Enric is a very, very, very good friend. O sea, it's practically impossible to introduce you. Exacto. He's a very good friend because, in fact, he was one of the fathers, of the fundators of this space. He was at the beginning in Metropolis, and also he was one of the padres de la patria of the IAAC. And evidently for me, and I think for the people who is working with you, for your students, it's a pleasure to have you here. There is a lot of things to talk in the curriculum, but just a very few personal keys. In fact, I knew Enric when I was in Quadernos. I remember perfectly. He was a guy absolutely with an enormous talent, but enormous. He was younger than me. It's a pity, but I remember when you came for the first time to explain me your works, and it was incredible. It was absolutely feeling, and in this moment you were working with Iago and Bea. I remember you were involved in different things, and Enric was absolutely involved in a lot of things were in relation with the space, the experience of the space. No? Not only the architecture is an experience of the space, and evidently for Enric always has been very, very important, the relation with the talent, with the creation. And remember at this moment the relation with Bob Wilson, the moments with Sash, with, I don't know, a lot of people of the art, of the science, of the creation. The important is the capacity to create and the capacity to transform the space in a vital experience. And I think always in your work this is very present, and to be sincere, I think that Enric is one of our best architects in this moment. Well, I am very happy to have the pleasure to be practically one of the first to publish your projects, and now he's absolutely published in the world and very known, and I am very proud of this. But the important is also this other aspect of our friendship, this capacity to do an adventure, a collective adventure. It was Metropolis in the beginning, where we were absolutely convinced that it was possible to say that in Barcelona there was an energy, a creative energy, but also a knowledge energy to speak, to talk with the world. And this ambition, sometimes a little, I don't know, fanfarrona, not only in your case, in all our case, was very important for us. And now you know Enric, the evolution of Enric, Cloud9, Olga, evidently Olga, very, very important. And also, I think also the family of Cloud9 has been absolutely very important. And now I say your projects are incredible. They are a reference, and for us, to be sincere, I am absolutely jealous of you. But it's very good because, in fact, when you have a friend, it's very important to be jealous also of the friend. And now, other things, evidently. You know perfectly buildings as the TIC building here. I think that is perhaps the best building in the last times in Barcelona. Buildings of the Villa Nura and the works that you are doing for the Bulli. I remember also buildings as the aviarium of the zoo. That it's a pity, but it was absolutely important in one moment. And there is a lot of projects that you can see in the web of Cloud9. The important also is that Enric, and this experience, this last experience, I was not very in contact with this, but has been very, very involved also in the education. Evidently, at the beginning, the IAAC was always here, and we are convinced that it was important to found this space for transmit knowledge, but also to celebrate this knowledge. But also, Enric has been invited as professor in the AA, in Bartlett, in a lot of spaces. And to be sincere, is a new trajectory that has been absolutely important. And, but also we found together a School of Architecture here the week, and it was another adventure, but this is for another day. And also, evidently, this crossing point between the experience on the space and the science of the space is very, very important in your work. At the beginning, it was also connect with and continues to the idea of creativity, the capacity of the space to be also a plastic experience. Now, also, is very important. Always, it was important, but now the capacity to link this with the environment and the science, the research. The research always has been very important in the work of Cloud9, and I think that in this case, professional activity and the research activity are, and also, if you want, the creative or the cultural activity are absolutely together. And for us, it's really a pleasure. It's the second time that I have the opportunity to introduce you. The first was in Genova 2 weeks ago, in a strange meeting of rebel architects. It was very good, but very chaotical. Now, this is your house. This is we are at home. And for us, it's absolutely a pleasure to have you with us. Evidently, Enrique is advisor of a lot of councils, and he's very, very important in another aspects, but for me, it's long to explain. I think it's your time. And thank you very much, Enrique. And bye.
Hello. Hello. Thank you. Act one. It's not very much, no? It's okay? Hello. I'm more noisy than the machines behind us. Act one. We are a liquid. In fact, there is no Barcelona, Madrid, Europe, Greece. Europe collapses because Greece is 2% of the GDP of Europe. Why is Greece making Europe collapse? Well, in fact, because we are a liquid. We are all together. We are all one. So this is an academic lecture. What really matters is your attitude. I like him. I like Edward. He's a positive virus. This is IAAC. This is Barcelona. Okay? This is our office. This is Barcelona. This is Bea fighting in Barcelona. This is Diego in Bilbao. This is Tecnalia. This is Bilbao. This is Tim Burton. This is Disney. These are hackers. This is IBM. We hack the system needs us. Okay? But we need the system needs us. In fact, in Spain, we built Truman Show. Not good news. It's not a fiction, we build it. It's in Puria Brava. That's the front, that's the back, that's the right, that's the left. I'm hunting to find this architect. Help me. Maybe he's in Barcelona. I do lectures in Bangalore, Princeton, Harvard, Yale, UCLA. Finding this guy, hunting this guy. It's not the problem of the client, because the client owns this Miami Vice carbon fiber fiberglass car and boat, but he owns this house which is Flintstones. It's 2 years new, just new. So it's not the client's fault, it's the architect. So we started this experiment with ice, and we were looking for volumes of ice and VillaNurbs. I plot this to the clients and I said to them, I strongly believe your house is here. She said, I have no doubt this is home. And Torina said, this is home. Wow. So we call it VillaNurbs. Everybody deserves a villa, why not nerves? We know 3D Max, this is 2002. There is machines. There is machines. Machines are here to save us, to help us. It's nice to plinth. It's nice to build. It's cool, really cool. What is it? What is it that we need to build? What is it? That's it. Just do it. That's the wood form. That's the sustainable approach. Parametric design. Saturday morning, 60,000 euros, just do it. Just do it. No discussions, no meetings, no convincing, no layers, no hierarchy, no bottom-up, no top-down, but clouds. What is it? What is it? Clouds. We like clouds. So it's Korean-based, ceramic, Teflon, curved glass, concrete legs, natural light going through the legs, curved glass, ceramic, a day house, a night house. I was here with my team shooting concrete. We design it, we think, but we make. Making, it's the attitude. We are making. I was here night with people like Victor, teams, shooting concrete. Over the installations, the water, the electricity, the power, all inside our body, like Gaudí. To produce tension, this is a post-tense structure to fly. Is it a house? Is it a boat? It's Batman house. Black on black, black power. This is the resolution, 15 centimeters resolution. It's very important when you have a nerve, you want to decide what resolution it is. To fly, to fly. We go 4 meters back, 26 meter front. So what is the door of VillaNurbs? What the door should be? We have this science fiction pop culture, so there is an hydraulic system here that moves the door. In the morning we open the door, in the afternoon we close the door. But look at the 4th step. What is it? It's different. It's translucent concrete. Concrete, fiber optics, concrete, fiber optics, concrete, concrete, fiber optics. What is it? Polarized material. Behind we have a LED panel with an Arduino computer. I can send messages. I can embed the messages into the concrete. Hello, we are not at home. Who are you? This is my house. This is Truman Show. Attack. Is it media or tectonics? Is it passive architecture or high tech? What is it? Is it green IT? Sounds like green IT. Complexity. As Gausa explained, we have a lot of energy. Yes, but we were grown by teachers of architecture of the Olympic moment, like Miralles, like Iago Conde, Ignasi Sola Morales, Esteba Bonet, Elias Torres. They were cooking buildings in the morning and they were cooking architects in the afternoon. They were cooking us. I'm cooking you. What is my group? Eh? I was starting at the School of Architecture and I was there ready, okay, what's the project? And then Pera Riera arrived with a ball and started producing sound like Buddhist. Okay. And we had Miralles coming with a croissant saying, this croissant is a building. No, it's a croissant. It's a building. Dear friend, I mean, we like you, but it's a croissant. Cut the croissant 50 times and you will see a building. So, yeah, we were taking the croissant, put on the croissant in the fridge, cutting the croissant, and it's a building. So it's a building. So it's VillaNurbs. Yeah, but as Manel is also saying, what happened in 1921? Okay, this image is 1921. Millions of people, millions of bikes, but everybody designed its own bike. Okay, we had a creative society. Today we have 20 bikes. Nike bike, Decathlon bike, El Corte Inglés bike. Sorry, I'm not sure. I think we are going backwards. So what happened when the aluminum arrived to the car industry? This was 1940. Two ladies, Bea and Areti. Between you and me, okay? 1, 2, 3. Try now to lift one of these cars. We should work with cars on paper, on board. What is it? I like these engineers. They don't know what they are doing. Is it a plane or a train? They don't know what they are doing, but they are doing one thing, performance. These are discussions with Jordi on MoMA. What are they doing? Light structures. They are doing weight. Not a structure, you are doing weight. They know it's about speed. And probably you have heard this sentence when you go with a nice idea and one of your teachers tells you, that's really too big, too big. Well, imagine back in 1935, we were building factories of Zeppelins. This is a fab lab. This is what this was. This today means a factory that builds buildings, moves, builds a building. Imagine the Zeppelin is ready. Can you open the door, please? What's the scale of our ideas if in the 35 it was like that? So that's what VillaNurbs wants to achieve, wants to talk, wants to drive. Complexity. We have a pool, we have curved glass, one mold, one glass, one mold, one glass. In these moments of beauty, we invite artists, it's possible. Vicky Colombet, she's a mess, she's great. She works with particles. And we had a conversation on particles about 8 years ago. She works with particles, nature particles. Teflon roofs open and close, depending on Emilio's attitude and mood towards the weather, the moon. We have to wrap the building by producing a raincoat, so it's textile design. We unfold the surface and build. What about curved glass? Glass is a liquid. Glass is a liquid, so that's the shape of a liquid. That's natural behavior, natural performance. In these moments of beauty, another artist, Frédéric Amat. He's a mess, he's great. He's designing here the leaves. These are the leaves of the ceramics in VillaNurbs. We are creating a chimney of air because it's black facing south. Using parametric design, they're all the same but all different. Let me give you a tip. This is an innovation we have at Cloud9. It's a patent which is, if I build digital objects, if VillaNurbs is a digital product using digital fabrication, I can put a projector XYZ and I can put a camera inside your 3D XYZ. Same angle, same position. So I can render VillaNurbs and project VillaNurbs on top of VillaNurbs. Same position. So that's the pattern, that's the 3D, that's the mock-up, that's the 3Max. So we spend one night with the clients changing and seeing in real time our mesh. It's a ceramic mesh, bigger, smaller, window, cut, edit. By night editing, this was 2005. Today we call this architecture and mapping, video mapping. Ceramic. Kumeya's work is about ceramic. He wants 2-3 molds. So we are building the molds. The molds are produced flat, 2D, and then we bring the ceramic down to a 3D mold. All the same, but all different. And that's the crazy Frédéric attacking our ceramic work. He said, "Are you sure you want me to destroy your house?" Yes, I am. Why? Because I was at the opening in Ibirapuera where Oscar Niemeyer and Tomio Take, they were both at the opening. You know the dome, the Ibirapuera dome, and the sculpture, the red sculpture inside? You know the project? Yeah? So the friends of Tomi were entering the room and the space and they were, "Tomi, art is top, it's so quality, you are the best." Art wins architecture. Okay. But that same opening, the friends of Oscar were going through the same door at the opening, going in and saying, "You use art so well." Okay? So it's possible to find a balance between art and architecture. It's the key. That's the balance. That's the monster. It's a ceramic skin using cables and all elements are hung on that skin. the north facade. So that's the Korean skin. Here we are using the north light. Again, the same, all parametric, different, but the same. These are the digital tools. Music by Ryoji Ikeda. So now he's putting a pen to see the work being done, to have more trust. So it's digital fabrication. Yeah, good. I like it. It works. Yeah. Okay. Just do it. The cloud. Translucent Korean, 6 millimeters. Also using cables like a skin, like our body. We are a generation who will bring elite knowledge. We were lucky. Our parents sent us to United States to do some work, to do some analysis, to meet Bob Wilson, and we were very lucky. And our work is to bring that knowledge to society. That's the Attack to Truman Show. Remember the place? Half of the neighbors say it's landing. Half of the neighbors are saying it's taking off. Two communities. But demolition is starting. Okay. So that energy is happening. That's VillaNurbs. Okay, experiment 2. This is the pavilion in Expo. We are working with salt and sound. Nothing happens, but a lot happens. In the particles level, it happens a lot. These are the landscapes. These are the landscapes being created out of this salt, and the waves of the sound, they do produce these landscapes. Looking at a micro scale, these landscapes, these particles are structures. That's the structure we are looking at. That's the salt structure. It's a salt pavilion. What's the performance? So the idea is our body breathes, our body sweats, so we are shooting water and salt, the water evaporates and the salt stays, crystallizes, that burns the energy, and the building does not need air conditioning. First prototypes, experiments at the office, 2008. So fiberglass, using the skin, using parametric, one component, many components, all the same, all different. And we're using the factory that they build boats, and it's the first time they're building buildings. So from the yacht industry to buildings. This is 6 meters by 9. This is about 6 centimeters, 3 millimeters of fiberglass, high density styropor and fiberglass. It's 2 kilos. That's the energy balance. That's the salt. We are taking water from the river, mixing that salt in an extremely light skin. If the skin is light, the structure is really light. This is the dome, 40 meters diameter, 15 meters high, 1 week time. Just do it. You see these two people? They are doing one building, 2 guys. Pack, 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 2 kilos per component, fast. The cushions, the Teflon, the components, the system. You see, Tectonic versus really, really light. This skin is 0.3 millimeters. In the expo, we were called to be the very formal architects, okay? You see all these boxes, all the air conditioning, here, 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 there, 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 see all the boxes? Everybody using energy AC, full power, even the Tectonic ones, kind of fake. It's a new language. It has problems of communication, for sure. When the sun hits 50 degrees, the building sweats. 10 millimeters of salt. After shooting 3 times, particles, particles, particles. I think this is a building. This is in Empurda, going to Figueras. 4 trees, 4 structures, 4 skin, 4 energy, habitants, inside temperature, waterproof, shadow functions, energy flow. It's a building. These are 9,000 leaves working together. Architecture of indetermination. It's a forest. It's collecting energy day and it's burning every energy by night. It's self-sufficient, charges and burns, charges and burns. But at the same time communicates the neighbors, what is it? In fact, there is energy in the south, west, east, north. Energy is around us. And every day is different. So every night, the building tells the community what energy was produced as a diagram. But what is that particle? What is that leaf? We have a small computer, Arduino today, a PV cell that produces energy, that moves the energy to the battery, and a sensor that tells the computer it's the night. The computer asks the battery every night, how was the day? And the battery, you know, it's been shadow 10%. And the computer asks the architect, what did you tell me to do? Well, just burn the energy using the red LED. And I did it. So every day and every night, the sensor tells it's the night. The computer charges and looks for the battery. What was the day? The day was sunny. The day was 100%, fully charged. Okay, what the architect told me to do? Burn that energy. 3 LEDs, white. White light. That's the prototype we have been working on with Igusini. It's self-sufficient, no cables, no data, no network, no hierarchy, no IP, no control over it. This is the model we did. We spent about 4 months to do this model. My students, good luck with the model. Yeah, okay? So, what was about the liquid? Remember we were talking about that liquid? The fact is that I have to do something really good in Figueras. Maybe I get a chance to do something good in Girona. Maybe I have a chance to meet my people in Manresa, if that is good. And at the end of my life, of my career, I will be successful in Barcelona. But the dream was Paris. That was the vertical hierarchy that we are used to in other generations. Today, I do something really good in Figueras. This model belongs to MoMA, New York. Okay? It's flat. It's a liquid. We are together. No folders. Good news. So that's how it looks by night. That's the performance. So that's what the neighbors get. New York Aquarium Project. This is Coney Island. This is the dream of power, the dream of electricity. It's Luna Park. Edison created this place, and Edison, as a system, hacked Tesla and all his magnetic open source power, endless power. That's what they did. Today, we have to do a New York Aquarium project. We have to retrofit the existing project. But is it a building? Is it a landscape? Or is it a power plant? Is it possible to do a power plant that is a landscape and a building? Here we have the water particles that collect the condensation of water by night in Coney Island and drip that water every day, producing water for the New York Aquarium. We have also green vertical walls moving, at the same time red LEDs here, ETFE cushions creating a microclimate for turtles, dolphins, and sharks. We developed this project with Fray Otto. We were there in Stuttgart at his studio. It's very important that if today we have an economy based on knowledge, well, you know, these people with white hair, like my friend, these people are banks of knowledge. This school is a factory of knowledge, so it's a bank. This factory is producing money, producing knowledge. Okay? So I was there with Fray Otto, and I saw all his computers in the room, and I said, oh, one moment. You have 12 people working with you. He said, no, I have 12 computers. Okay, but you don't have 12 people working with you. No, I work me and my daughter. So what are these 12 computers? I bought this one first, then I bought this one, then I bought that one. So he has the history of computers in his office, okay? He said, I like computers, but I do like experiments. I like empiric experiments. So I'm going to take my project and I'm going to do it. Let's do a snow test. Okay? He created that mesh. He brought some sugar. Are you ready? Yes, okay, good, go. Then he glued the sugar. He looked down. Enric, it works. We are safe. I know you can do it with a computer, but that's much better. Okay? So remember, snow test. That's Fab Lab 2. The New York Times published 7 pages on our project, and VillaNurbs, and Media-ICT, and Forest. And we got to meet Jeremy Rifkin. The New York Times was saying, it's a whale. It's a shark. Okay. It's particles. Act 2. Breathe. Okay, we go. Oh, the machine stopped in Act 2. Ah, timing, eh? Very good. Okay, guys, the wave. That was the first time we encountered a particle-driven project. It's Donostia, and they came to us saying, can you do us a Guggenheim effect? One moment. So it's the marketing of the city that decides to invest money in the image of the city that is expressed internationally. We choose the sea as our place. These are samples of real particles. These are fiction particles. This is the perfect wave. A wave that creates an empty space inside. A space. But a loop. A fiction wave. So we're having people inside. We're using fiberglass to inject water from the sea with a pump and nozzles and sensors. But we need energy. We are collaborating with Tecnalia to produce energy using wave energy. They float. These are devices for the city and for the wave. People will go fishing energy. Let's go fishing. Energy. So you take the Greenpeace boat and you go fishing. Energy. And you see what's happening and you learn and you come back and that energy is sent to the market of energy of the city. Fresh energy at 6 in the evening. As the work with Jeremy, there is these moments where people tell you what particles can do, particles, drawings, flows. So our nozzles and our fiberglass are the same thing, 20,000 nozzles. These are steam, water, pressure, particles creating volume. That's the structure analysis by MoMA. It moves with the wind. It works with the energy. Doesn't collapse. It's very difficult to have fiber stable and stay. Of course it moves. The poles, and that's the system. The system is using energy from the sea, back to the waves, nozzle, the mesh of Arduino, and music. So people inside produce sound while being inside the wave. These are the 20,000 nozzles, 120 sensors. At the same time we have the nozzles, we can have media. You can connect the wave to your heartbeat. You can connect the wave to the day of the Red Cross. Let me have a cloud here. Let's have a door here. Let's have a loop for skating there. Beach is democracy, the democracy space. It has the same height as Cursal. It's an attack. But we asked permission to Moneo. They said, agree. We were very surprised. Second question was, how long the wave will stay? How long the wave will stay? Ah, okay, don't worry. 6 months. Okay, okay. But it's an attack to have people inside. A wave inside waves. A wave that hosts 2,000 people. So now we are into business. I met Jeremy Rifkin. This is where I put a tie, and I go to workshops. This was a workshop in Texas. In this workshop, there was the nuclear lobby, and there was the clean energy lobby. There was us. The mayor of San Antonio had a check of $18 billion ready to launch 2 power plants. You think decisions are made with high computing, NASA, data mapping? No, PowerPoints. Okay? This was a war of PowerPoints. PowerPoint, you are too dirty, you have a problem with pollution, check Japan. Yes, but you have no wind, no sun, what happens? That's right. But you are centralized, you are a lobby. It's France and Japan. In my neighbor, I have 89 power plants. And there's one big cable coming to Spain, and all my energy comes from that. But I love the wind turbines. That's what we should be doing. That's right. But we are a lobby, we are stable. So the Excel of the mayor of San Antonio was, it's the same. It's the same. What to do? There was a last question by Jeremy saying, excuse me, guys, how many people will work in your power plants? Easy one. It's about 60 engineers coming from France and Japan doing the work done. Well, our plan is more like 6 million people, green jobs in the next 8 years, because everybody will do retrofitting, all public buildings, green roofs, everybody is an architect, everybody is a consumer, everybody creates energy, everybody distributed, 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 centralized, distributed. The mayor of San Antonio had a very clear map, built one power plant, but changed, and we have $8 billion to do clean energy, okay? So in my curriculum, I stopped the construction of a nuclear power plant. Okay, it's very good, the tie. It's a powerful tie. A small experiment. We have to stop nuclear plants, but we can do small experiments as well with bubbles. With Pep Bow, he's been 25 years living out of bubbles. His business is bubbles. And Agostino Biol calculating the bubbles like Fraiotto was doing. So I invite him to be my model maker to the office of Cloud9. Bubbles inside bubbles inside bubbles. Inside one of them. It's true. But what is the mesh? What is the bubbles? What can I perform? Can I manipulate the geometry? Can Agustí calculate the structure? Yes, he can. So Pep, show me your bubbles in this mesh. Try. We have cameras filming 360 degrees and scanning the moment of the bubble. They last seconds, they disappear. What is it? What is it? They disappear. Gone. 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 But it's the dream of the architect. This is my people. This is my building. Can I have a roof here? Can you change my window? What is the door? What is it? It's a dream. What is it? Is it water? Is it glass? Is it ceramic? Is it soap? Is it beer? What is it? Clack. 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 We are projecting that in scale 1:1 in the office to see what is it. Just do it. Remember, architecture and bubbles, they last seconds. They go, they disappear. Next, Act 3. El Bulli Foundation. This is el Bulli team, led by Ferran Adrià.
Lo más importante es que nosotros seamos felices. Si somos felices nosotros, se transmite a la gente, ¿no?
for the cooks. That fantastic work. This is the place, Cap de Creus, Natural Park. It's the place where the Pyrenees, they meet the sea, they meet the Mediterranean. It's that moment of collapse of two powers. We have visited this place on the field trip. Everybody's crazy now. We had marine turtles, we had sea lions, we had red coral. This is over, but we have to get it back. Ferran talks about creativity, for sure, but he also talks about auditing. So you audit yourself, what am I doing? Yeah, the omelette is a great invention, but when, who, what, when, why? So he said to me, what is architecture today? Can you tell me? In one shot, what is architecture today? So I said, well, we don't do this in architecture, we don't audit. I remember very well the map Manel published in Actar with that map of all the architects, who was doing what, and the adjectives. I was multitasking. That was great. So today maybe architecture has this idea of surface, of big spaces. Cizé Ruban is a master, Frayotto, Baki Fuller, and so on. There was this moment in Barcelona of the Mies van der Rohe pavilion where this pavilion got broke, deconstruct, in his sense. Today El Bulli is this, boxes trying to be on a piece of land, in the landscape. But we have the master of Coderc, Cert, Oscar Niemeyer, where organic architecture follows the landscape, starts to be one thing. Maybe the work of Toyo Ito is nature. Maybe his work, he is doing landscape, not buildings, landscape. Vicente Guayar is doing mountains, buildings as mountains. Diller Escofidio are doing clouds. The pavilion in Yverdon in Switzerland is clouds. Landscape is architecture. Architecture is landscape. So Ferran said, what's next, Enrique? If this is today or the coming future, what's next? I said, well, I think next is about distributed science, particles. If the problem is CO2, the solution is a cloud of particles. I was trying here. Eh? A cloud of particles is the solution. So here you see the two masters, two stars. Eyo, you don't agree? What's the problem? This is a factory of stars. But the real star is this machine, is this technology, okay? Because it's able to go and change this postcard, this beautiful Mediterranean postcard, into this. Now it's about particles. Ferran is about particles. He is in fact deeply inside particles, particles of water. So El Bulli has become 9 million of dots, particles, as a 3D, as a map. That's the new landscape what we are looking at. So we can go inside. We have branches, we have leaves, we have rocks, we have the sun, we have the water. But this is information: CO2, nitrogen, photosynthesis, humidity, salinity, salt, geothermal. So architecture has to be there. Architecture is the center, is the place where geothermal meets people. And the salt coming from the sea emerges and is suspended in the air, and these leaves, the smell, the energy, the photosynthesis, and the CO2 levels shoot by mobility, by cars. And then the sun arrives. Architecture is this. Architecture works here. Decides. You are a particle inside, you are a particle outside. That's the work to do. Once we have that complexity, starts shape to emerge. They need a place to think, they need a place to be.
El còctel jo el deixaria aparcat.
When they think, they write.
I aquest jo li ficaria un 2.
At the kitchen, they practice.
I el ravioli, a veure què diu.
With paper, they think. Options, technologies,
Merengue
parameters.
3. Merengue seco.
Parametric design, options, indetermination, accidents. Why not? Try it.
Això trauria una. Això trauria.
That's how they think. So that's the think tank building, space, particles, emerge, they need. They cook with nitrogen. In our Media-ICT building, we are working with nitrogen, and he cooks with nitrogen, so he said, well, if you're an architect using nitrogen, we are on good hands. So the seeds of food are particles. The landscape is particles. Architecture has to be as food, as landscape, also particles. It's all about particles. We need an archive, that's the program. We need experiences. We need to retrofit the building to reduce 40% the energy consumption. That's the think tank. That's a lovely work we are doing with Mireia as a head studio, with all the team, Carla, Cristina, Claudia. We are collecting fresh air from here. This is a chimney that sucks, that produces warm air from the inside and is sucking the air and naturally ventilates the room. We have wood to store the CO2 levels and glass, which is built with the use of salt from the Mediterranean Sea as a material. We have a 3D print landscape on top of them, so in their mind they cannot think without the landscape. The landscape is always there. We're using a full integrated system using ceramics together with Comella, using local material, granite, cap de creus, stone, but the geometry comes from the skin of a shark, which has a smart component. It replicates. We had red coral and we want to have red coral. So we are doing a building as a concrete building, but alive. It performs. It produces moss. We have small computers thinking and moving, small robots by Tecnalia, operating, looking for shadow, light, photosynthesis, salt. They talk to each other. It's a brainstorm building, and it's a building that thinks. They're small, like Wall-E, but they talk to each other. It's smart intelligence by distributed intelligence. That's the campus It's a foundation, but it's a campus, retrofitting, new buildings, pavilions, the water landscape, the rock landscape, the energy landscape, what we call creative energy living laboratory. So in fact, it wants to be a net zero grid. That's the ring that collects energy between them. We have trees informing the landscape. We have wind turbines. We have PV cells, geothermal, all together as a net zero campus in a natural park. Tecnalia is developing particles of photovoltaic. It's not a flat surface, it's not a curved surface, it's a particle surface. So the sun hits always perpendicular to the particle. They're also working on microalgae to produce hydrogen to store the energy. So the driver, the big idea is we have smart buildings, but trees are smart. Trees know where the water is, trees know where the sun is, trees know it's the night. So we are using sensors, biosensors, to get the information out of the tree. Give me what you are thinking. Tell me what you know. The tree is saying to the building, it's the night, bring the lights up. The tree talks to the building. The tree is the boss. The tree runs the building. Okay? Okay, Act 3. It's the end, okay? Here I need my students for a while. And also Bea, come. Venga, va. This is an attack moment. Where is my people? Mo, go on stage. Mo. Out. Maria. Venga, va. So we are kids.